Herdmans were the worst kids in the history of the world. They lied and stole and smoked cigars. Even the girls. And talked dirty and cussed their teachers and took the name of the Lord in vain. And they set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken down tool house.
And that's not all. Somebody sent 5 dozen donuts to the firemen, and the Herdmans ate them all. And when they couldn't eat, they stuffed in their pockets down the front of their shirts.
Oh, and they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi Waddle's favorite turtle. Now she can't take it to the YMCA pet show.
Mom won't let her. What was the word? Oh my.
And that's not all. They wrote it in fluorescent pink, so it glows in the dark. When you can't even see the turtle, you can still see the word.
And they put a whole bunch of tadpoles in the school's draining fountain. Miss Barnes found 2 or 3 by mistake. Somebody yelled, "Mildred, stop! You're draining tadpoles!" But it was too late.
Did she get sick?
Not right away.
And that's not all. There were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Vaughn, Ollie, and Gladys.
Hey, what's that doing? Give me back my letters! You don't get it!
They went through the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. And they went around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up and whamming kids. So, naturally, it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place.
Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, because there are no Herdmans there. And Jesus loves us, as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother, Charlie. And that's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked what was his favorite thing about church. Charlie said, "No Herdmans," which made the teacher mad, because all the other kids said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No Herdmans.
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. All that other stuff is okay, but the main good thing about church is that there are no Herdmans there, ever.
Well, that's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, it's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one? Leroy?
They're all the worst one.
Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's mean, and she's fast, and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
Well, that's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
Oh, I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well then, tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Aw. Everybody's in it. Think how I'd feel, sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children were in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well, actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it always is? They can use my seat. I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
Well, there's going to be something different this year.
What?
Charlie's going to be wearing your bathrobe.
You just thought that up, Grace!
Why don't you be Joseph? Elmer Hawkins pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elmer's sick of me, Joseph, all the time, just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
Well, what are you going to be this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Well, why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
From what I've heard in the past, that's not a very serious drawback. A wailing angel always sounds to me like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or a bed sheet. Come on, let's go watch TV.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes strong things.
Hey, give that back!
They're right, of course. She directs the pageant, she runs the potluck supper, she's chairman of the bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes?
Well, maybe she'll try to manage the hospital, because that's where she is.
What?
I saw George at the drugstore this morning, and he told me his wife broke her leg. She'll be in traction for 2 weeks and laid up until the 1st of the year.
The first of the year? Why, we'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas?
Well, she's in charge of the pageant and she's in charge of the bazaar. I feel sorry for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?
Yes, I'll take over the bazaar and if you do the potluck supper. I don't know what in the world we're going to do about the Christmas pageant. Unless, how about Grace? I just can't. I've got company all Christmas week. How about Grace?
How about Grace?
Hello, Grace.
Bob,
What?
I have to direct the Christmas pageant.
Does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't exactly what you'd call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg is the only unexpected thing to ever happen to it. It's always the same old Christmas story, same old carols, same old Mary, and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a shot. Here's what I do. I always start with Mary, and I tell them we must choose our Mary carefully, because Mary was the one
was
that
in
chose.
traction.
I know that,
How
Helen.
can she
Yes.
talk on the
And
phone
that's
if
what
she's
I
in
do.
traction?
And then it's God's choice.
What do you think traction is?
That's what
Like
I
when they
think
put you to
frankly,
sleep?
I don't spend much time on
No
it,
such luck.
because it's always
Beth,
Elmer
we need
Hawkins.
salt and pepper.
But I do.
And
spend my life
napkins.
and the shepherds, and how important they are. And I tell them there are no small pups, only small actors.
You will leave some for the rest of
I'm
us,
in the crowd,
won't you,
not
Charlie?
the audience.
I'm hungry. Leroy Herdman stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
Because they will be your biggest.
How can I stop him?
You'll have to get
Where's
some
the chicken?
going on. Otherwise, they'll get in each other's way.
Grace, where's the chicken?
Oh, it's still in the oven.
Okay, I'll get it.
And you can keep an eye on the shepherds, too. I just hope you don't let the radiant angels wear lipstick, because it looks so terrible.
Helen, I have to go. There's someone at my door.
Wait, you still need to understand about the shepherds. They can't have the same canes as...
Okay, there's someone at my door, Helen. I'll talk to you later. Yes, I'm coming.
Lady, can you give me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's you.
I was very lonely at the table.
Well, I guess Helen feels lonely at the hospital.
Not as long as the telephones are working.
Stop it, I
Oh, the bridge is falling down. Oh, jeez. I bet she told you all about no small parts, only small actors.
And getting someone to shove the baby angels on and make the shepherds shut.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yes, she suggested your father.
Please.
Does that mean I have to go?
And Grace, don't use anything for baby Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get two. Then if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch them.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said Mrs. Armstrong was just in the hospital with nothing to do but make up problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, Mother didn't count on the Herdmans. That was Charlie's fault.
Hey, Leroy, just give me back my lunch.
Sure, kid. Here.
Thanks. Leroy, you stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
Because it isn't here.
What was it?
2 Twinkies.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly what it was.
Hey, Leroy! You think that it's so great that you steal my dessert every day? But you know what? I don't care if you steal my dessert. Leroy, I will even give you my dessert. I get all the desserts I want in Sunday school.
Oh yeah? What kind of dessert?
All kinds. Chocolate cake, candy bars, and cookies, and Twinkies, and big wheels. Yeah. We get refreshments all the time, all we want.
You're a liar.
And ice cream, and donuts, and cupcakes, and...
Who gives it to you?
The minister.
Why? Is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
Sunday school. Huh. That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, the very next Sunday, they were in Sunday school. Just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
We'll be starting rehearsal soon for our Christmas pageant. Next week, after the service, we'll all meet in the back of the church to see who will play the main roles. But remember, we want every boy and girl to join us in this year's pageant. So be sure to tell all of your mommies and daddies that you'll be staying a little bit later next Sunday.
Hey, what's a pageant?
It's a play.
Oh, like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly, it's about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
All right, come on, everybody. Come on, Beth. Charlotte, you can come. Come on, quickly, please. Quickly.
Okay. So, this won't take very long if you all settle down. Okay. So, today we are going to decide who will play the main roles in our Christmas pageant. But of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always says, there are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what she always tells you?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Don't you know what it means?
Oh, I know what it means. It means that the short kids have to be in the front of the angel choir or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. It really means that the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means the short kids have to be in the front row.
Girls, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Now, is everybody here? Beverly, will you just step out in the hall and see if anyone else is coming? Okay. All right. So, you little children will be our baby angels. And so you're going to need bed sheets. People in the angel choir are going to need bed sheets too. I see you made some room there for the Herdmans. Where did Beverly go?
Oh, I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was, I just said, "Hi, Beverly," and she just left.
I see. Well, will someone please tell Beverly about rehearsals?
I will.
Thank you. The next 4 Wednesdays after school. Plan to be here for everyone.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick. Of course, Mary and Joseph must absolutely come to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer. Well, Beverly got sick, and we didn't even... Sorry, we don't know that Beverly got sick. Now, I want you to think about Mary. We all know what kind of person Mary was. She was quiet and gentle and kind. And the girl who plays Mary should try to be that kind of person. Now, who would like to volunteer for that part? Did you have a question, Imogen?
No, I want to be Mary. And Ralph, Ria, he wants to be Joseph.
Sure.
Oh, well, I'll make a list. Yeah, I'll make a list of all the people who want to be those parts, and then we'll all decide who it should be. Okay, Ralph Herdman. All right. Now, who else would like to be Joseph? Did you raise your hand, Elmer?
No.
Just raise your hands, please. Any volunteers? Any of you shepherds? Very well then. Ralph Herdman will be our Joseph. Now, Imogen has volunteered to be Mary. I'll just write that down. What other names can I put on my list? Janet? Roberta? Alice, don't you want to be Mary?
No, I don't want to.
I'll be Mary. Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You could be a wise man.
Well, the wise men are usually boys. Of course, they don't have to be, and we could...
I'll be a wise man.
Me too. Claude, you want to be a wise man?
Raise your hand.
What's a wise man?
Just raise your hand.
What's left to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
It's the angel of the Lord who brought the good news to the shepherds.
Eh.
Oh, there, we do have a volunteer after all. Yes, Hobie, would you like to be a wise man?
No. I just wanted to say that I can't be a shepherd because I'm going to Philadelphia.
Well, why didn't you say so before?
Well, I just remembered.
My mom says I can't be a shepherd.
And why not?
I don't know, she just said don't be a shepherd.
I
to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. What is the matter with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Wait, Gladys isn't going to hit anybody. Ow! The angel of the Lord just visits the shepherds in the fields and tells them Jesus is born.
And hits them.
Elmer, that's ridiculous, and I don't want to hear another word about it from anybody. No shepherds may quit. Or get sick. Now, that's all for today, boys and girls. Whoa. But I expect to see everyone here on Wednesday at 6:30. Alice, what's the matter with you? Why in the world didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
You don't know? Alice, I expected you to volunteer. Don't you want to be Mary? Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know.
I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogen would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be marrying this one. And if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you wish you didn't. And I said, but I'm always marrying the Christmas pageant. And she said, fine then. And next spring when the pussy willows come out, I'll stick a pussy willow so far down here that nobody can reach it. So I'll sprout there and grow and grow. You'll have a pussy willow bush out of your ear for the rest of your life.
You know she wouldn't do that.
She would too. The Herdmans would do anything. Just you watch. They'll do something terrible and ruin the whole pageant. And it's all your mother's fault.
Jane and McCarthy, did you hear about...
Well, I never. I don't think they've ever stepped foot in a church before.
Well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else would the 6 of them end up in a Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Sarah or Miss Slocum, I just heard that Imogen Herdman is going to be married in the Christmas pageant. And is that a fact? All 6 of them? Vera, I live next door to that outfit and I would rather live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Well, I'm sure it's not Grace's fault, but I don't think it's fair for a whole family who doesn't even go to our church to barge in and take over the pageant.
Well, you certainly don't see their mother much. She works double shifts at the shoe factory. And it's not the work, and it's definitely not the money. It's just the fact that she'd rather be at the factory than shut up at home with that crowd of kids.
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogen Herdman? What kind of child is that? To be Mary, the mother of Jesus. Where was Reverend Hopkins? I'd like to know. He was what? Visiting shut-ins? Well, I'm a shut-in, and he wasn't visiting me.
I said, why don't you let them handle programs at the door? Grace said, but we never have programs for the pageant. So then I said,
Better nail down the church and lock up the silver service and hide the collections plates before they clean them out.
You heard about Fred's shoemaker shed, didn't you? Burned clean to the ground, all because Imogen Herdman was smoking a cigar behind it and left one burning.
You're telling me there wasn't some way she could have put a stop to this? I mean, just because they volunteered does not mean that they have to be the leads. Does it?
I'm not sure what's going to happen. I took Helen a pottage rate, and when she heard what was going on, she nearly fell out of bed. Traction bars and all. What's the matter with Grace? Couldn't she have sent them away, tell them to go home? Oh, I feel responsible. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Well, let me
Don't tell me. I'm on your side. The car is over there.
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can run a Christmas pageant. I made up my mind just to do the best I could under the circumstances. But now, I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm
Grace. The car is over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does that mean...
You have to go. Come on, everybody. Yes, come on. Quickly, please. You don't have all day. Come on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the inn is back here, off stage, and the shepherds come in and gather around the manger.
Where do all the shepherds come from anyway?
What's an inn?
It's like a motel where people go to spend the night.
What people? Jesus?
Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet.
Mary and Joseph went there.
To pay their taxes.
At a motel?
Just shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up. I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning of the play.
Where does it start? Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you ever heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is, so I better read it to you.
Oh.
I don't believe that. Do you? But they've never heard of the Christmas story?
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is. They've never been to church in their whole lives. So your dumb brother told them we had refreshments. Now I've wasted all this time for nothing.
All right now. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant. She was pregnant.
All right, now that's enough. We all know that Mary was pregnant. And it came to pass while they were...
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
Well, she was...
I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about other people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
They didn't have enough room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew the baby was going to be Jesus.
Oh, hang on. Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was the matter with Joseph? They didn't tell her pregnant and everything. What's a manger? Some kind of bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so they had to use whatever there was. What would you do if you had a new baby, no bed to put the baby in?
We put Gladys in a bureau drawer.
Well, there you are. You didn't have a bed for Gladys, so you had to use something else.
Well, we did have a bed, only Ollie was in it and wouldn't get out. Didn't like Gladys that much. Remember that? I didn't like Gladys.
Still don't.
That was pretty smart of Ollie. You know, that's like Gladys, right off the bat.
Anyway, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
Mrs., what were those wadded up clothes?
The what?
It said in there that you wrapped him in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap babies up very tightly in big pieces of material to make them feel cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare?
The child welfare's at our house every 5 minutes.
There was no child welfare in Bethlehem.
I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of...
Shazam!
What?
Out of the black night, with horrible vengeance, the mighty
I don't know what you're talking about, Gladys.
The mighty Marvel, amazing comics, out of the black night, with horrible vengeance.
But no, this is the angel of the Lord who brought the good news to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night, right?
Well, in a way.
Shazam!
Now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense. What's that? And myrrh. What's that? They were special things, spices and precious oils.
Oh, oil. What kind of presents? Oil. We get better presents from the welfare.
Were they the welfare? The wise men?
No, they were kings, and they were sent by...
Oh my gosh, finally somebody important. Jeez. Hey, if they're kings, they can get the baby out of the barn and tell that innkeeper where to get off.
They were sent by Herod, who was, well, he was the main king. And he wanted to find Jesus and have him put to death.
My gosh, he just got born and they want to kill a baby?
Who's Herod in this play?
Herod isn't in the play.
He's not even in the play and he's out to kill a baby.
Well, you know what? Someone better be Herod. They'll just let Charlie be Herod. He says, go give me that baby. And they're like, okay, because he's the king and all. But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod. No. Joseph gathers up the shepherds and they go and wipe out Herod.
Grace, I have been a librarian for 38 years and I've loved every minute of it because every day brings something new, different. Now I might as well retire. When Imogene Herdman came in and said she wanted to read about Jesus, I knew I had heard everything there was to hear.
Oh! That Herod wasn't just Jesus he was after. Killed all kinds of people.
He even killed his own wife.
He got away with it.
He died, didn't he? Maybe he died a horrible death.
Hey, what did he die of?
Doesn't say. Flu, I guess.
Let's do it! Well, I wouldn't just sit around the barn. I'd go get a room.
No. I could have sworn that they said there wasn't any room.
Well, then I'd throw somebody out. I'd say, hey, look, I got this baby, and it's the middle of winter. So either get out or move over.
I'd go to where the wise men came from and take out Herod myself.
I'd send the angel after. She could just point her electric finger and zap! Turn him into a pile of ashes.
Yeah. Zap! Well, what's the name of this play? She never said.
Christmas Pageant!
That's no name. That's what it is.
Whatever.
I know a name.
Shoot.
I'd call it Revenge.
Revenge at Bethlehem? The Herdmans thought the Christmas story came right out of the FBI files. At least they picked the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gain up on, and not baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus quit the pageant anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum, she said she wasn't going to let Imogene Herdman get her hands on her. So we didn't have the baby Jesus. And that bothered my mother. She kept on trying to scratch up a baby, even at the last rehearsal. What are you writing in that book?
It's like a diary.
No, it's not. It's all about the Herdmans. Imogene curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys Herdman drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care what it is. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. And they steal too. if you shake the birthday bank, it doesn't make a sound because they stole all the pennies out of it. And anytime you go into the ladies' room, the whole air is blue. And Imogene Herdman is sitting there in the Mary costume smoking cigars.
And you're all this down. What for?
For my mother and the Reverend Hopkins and Ladies Aid Society and anybody else who wants to know what happened when this whole Christmas pageant turns out to be a big mess.
Since none of the Herdmans had ever gone to church, or Sunday school, or read the Bible, or anything, they didn't know how things were supposed to be. Imogene, for instance, didn't know Mary was supposed to be acted out in a certain way. Sort of quiet and dreamy and out of this world. The way Imogene did it, she was all like Mrs. Santoro at the pizza parlor. Mrs. Santoro is this big fat lady with a little skinny husband and 9 children. She hits and hugs her kids and slaps them around. That's how Imogene's Mary was. Loud and bossy. Alright, come on everybody. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, come on. Alright, Beth, will you and Alice please come over here so we can get started? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so today is our very last rehearsal, and so we are going to... Hi.
Grace! I just want to let you know that we're all back in the kitchen making applesauce cake. Well, try not to bother you. I guess this is your dress rehearsal.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Well, it certainly looks busy.
Oh, Emma, didn't I hear that your niece had a baby?
Yes, she's 5 weeks old and she's so beautiful.
Well, I wonder how it would be if maybe I were to call your niece and ask if
Grace. No, I can make up some lie and tell you that the baby's sick or cranky or something. But the truth is, she is perfectly happy, healthy, and beautiful. And we all want her to stay that way. So we are certainly not going to hand her over to Imogene Herdman. Sorry, Grace.
Mrs. Bradley.
You can have my little burger, Jesus.
Oh, I didn't know you had a new baby, David.
He's not new. He's 4 years old, double jointed, and he can probably strip jump.
Well, I don't think that's...
I'll get us, baby.
How can you do that?
Well, there's always like 2 or 3 babies in the carriages outside the supermarket. I'll just get one of them.
You can't just walk off with somebody's baby.
Why not?
I guess we'll just forget about a baby. We'll just use the doll.
Yeah, I guess that's better anyway. A doll can't bite you.
Oh, and Imogene. What? You know Mary didn't wear earrings.
Actually, I have to wear these because I just got my ears pierced. See? And if I don't keep something in them, they'll grow. Together.
Well, they won't grow together in an hour and a half. What did the doctor tell you to do?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys!
She probably did with an ice pick. I bet Imogene's ears turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll find something smaller. Now, is that your costume? Is that what you're going to wear? You're all supposed to have your costumes on today!
Grace, we have a few problems with the angel choir. I can't find my halo. My wings go no bed.
Janice, help me roll.
Do not.
My mom doesn't have any white bed sheets. Can I roast you with balloons on it?
My turn.
I was never a shepherd before, so I haven't got a costume.
Oh, you have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do.
He hasn't got a bathrobe.
What does he hang around the house in?
His underwear.
All right, just pretend you're wearing costumes.
Are we going through the whole thing?
Yes, of course. But first, we're going to practice just the entrances.
Yes.
So all of you just go where you're supposed to be, and we'll start
start with the
Where do the
shepherds.
shepherds go?
Go off that way. Stop it.
Where do the shepherds
They go off that way like they have every single time before.
Where?
That way.
There?
Go that way.
Here.
Okay.
They go here?
Here. Okay. Okay, Mrs. Phillips, are we ready?
Almost. We just seem to have misplaced a baby angel.
Oh, okay. Just read the last few words, Maxine. Shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. Music, shepherds. Hey, no pushing! Don't push each other. Come on. Come on. Hey, stop pushing each other. Stop it. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop that. Stop. Just stop it. Stop. What are you? Stop. Stop it. Come on, Kelly. Stop. Okay, go on, Maxine. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them and Shazam! No, Gladys, no! You don't say anything.
I'm really sorry. I was just passing by and thought I would take a peek.
Well, do you want to stay and watch the rehearsal?
No. I better go check on the applesauce cake.
Shazam! Go on, Maxine. A multitude of the heavenly host. Music, angels. Yes, that's right. You, come on. On you, yes. On, yes. Go. Okay, all of you. Okay, music, wise men. Yes, come on, please, get off. No, get off! Oh, stop it. Stop that. Just come on. Stop it.
I have a baby here. Don't touch my name to Jesus. Hey! Get him back in the house! No! Stop it! Stop it!
You don't say anything. Nobody says anything. Mary and Joseph make a lovely picture for us all to look at while we think about Christmas and what it means. Now put the doll back.
I don't mean to say.
Put it back.
I don't mean to say anything. Why'd they let Mary name her own baby? I would have named him Bill.
What a terrible thing to say.
What angel was that? There's angels everywhere. Was it Gladys?
No, Gladys brought the good news to the shepherds.
Yeah. Unto you a child is born. Unto me, not them. Me. I am the one.
That just means that Jesus belongs to everybody. Unto all of us a child is born.
Oh yeah. Well, why did they let Mary name her own baby? What did the angel do? Just walk up and say, "Name of Jesus, Shazam!"
Yes. I know what the angel said. She said, his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
My gosh, Alice, he would never get out of the first grade if he had to learn to write all of that.
Fine then.
Mrs. Bradley, what should I do? Should I start over?
5 minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes. We never did start over, and we never did go through the whole thing. The 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes, and Imogen Herdman spent the whole time smoking cigars in the ladies' room. Then Mrs. McCarthy went to the ladies' room and saw all the smoke, and she called the fire department, and they came right away.
Fire! 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 Fire!
out of the building and dragged a fire hose through the church looking for a fire to put out. But the only one they found was in the kitchen. All the applesauce cake burned up. Of course, all the ladies were mad about that, and Mrs. McCarthy was real mad, and my mother was mad.
Why in the world did you call the fire department about a little smoke?
It was a lot of smoke. The ladies' room was full with thick smoke.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited. And now, look! The church is full of firemen, and the street is full of baby angels crying, and shepherds climbing all over the fire truck, and half the neighborhood... Didn't you know it was cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was cigar smoke. I didn't expect to find cigar smoke in the ladies' room of the church.
Alice Wendelkin's mother was mad too, and the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad. And Reverend Hopkins, he said he didn't know what to think.
I don't know what to think. I've been on the telephone all day long, and I still can't make heads or tails of it. Some people said they set fire to the ladies' room. Others say they set fire to the kitchen. Vera Wendelkin says all they do is talk about sex and underwear.
That was Chloe Clark talking about underwear, and they didn't set fire to anything. The only fire was in the kitchen where the applesauce cake burned up.
I don't know. The whole church is in an uproar. Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." But I don't know if he meant the Herdman. Grace, don't you think we should cancel the pageant?
I'll bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire. I mean, that makes a good excuse.
And I'll bet that was Anna McCarthy's idea.
Well, Grace, everyone seems to think it's going to be a
Disaster. Well, they're wrong. It's going to be the best Christmas pageant we've ever had.
But Grace, I don't think that anyone will come to see it.
I didn't think so either, and neither did Charlie. But we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, the church was jammed full. Everybody came to see what the Herdmans would do.
Well, wait till I turn the lights on.
I can't even see where I'm going.
Oh,
I don't know what in the world you want me to do with this thing.
well, I thought it might look like a palm tree. I see now that it doesn't. Oh, I don't have any idea what's going to happen tonight. We've never once gone through the whole thing, and the Herdmans still think it's some kind of spy story. This may be the first Christmas pageant in history where Mary runs away with the baby and Joseph and the wise men get in a fight. Where are the kids?
All the kids in the world are down in the basement putting on bed sheets.
I mean, our kids.
We're here.
Hi.
Well, it's getting late. You should go get your costumes on.
It's just gonna be awful, you know. They look like trick or treat, all dirty and fastened together with safety pins. And wearing their moldy old sneakers. Mary and Joseph, I mean, they look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were. Mary and Joseph. They were refugees in a way. They didn't have anywhere to go, didn't know anybody. They were probably cold and hungry and tired and messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry and tired, but they're sure messy.
dear. Do you think I
I
should?
think you worry too much. Now, I'm going to push baby angels on stage and hand out shepherd's crooks and push them on stage. When do I do all that?
Oh, just follow this script.
Baby angels, shepherds, wise men. It doesn't seem to say here where the fire engines come in.
Ha, ha, ha.
Just kidding.
All right, will you all come on stage, please? Yes. Okay, every one of you. Okay, come on. I just want to see how you all look. Gladys, where's your halo?
Our cat buried it. Listen, move it. I said move it. I think I ought to say something other than the baby came. Why would they all get up and tear off after some baby they didn't even know? I ought to tell them it's Jesus, and I ought to tell them where he is.
No, Gladys, you tell them unto you a child is born, and that's all you tell them. That's it. Okay, now let's all just go backstage and try to be quiet while people come on. And good luck.
Mrs. Bradley, actors, don't say good luck. Actors, say break a leg.
For those of you who don't know what that means, it's just a theatrical saying. It doesn't really mean break a leg. Your own or anyone else's. No, you can go. Go on. Imogene, try to remember that that's a baby. And for tonight, anyways, it's the baby Jesus.
In the days of Caesar Augustus, a decree went out that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went into Bethlehem with Mary his wife, who was great with child. And while they were there, they brought forth their firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
They look awful. And what's she doing with the baby? I don't think it's very nice for baby Jesus. As if he had colic. Well, he could have had colic, just like any other baby. I don't care. It looks awful, and they look awful.
So what? They just came a long way. Now they have no place to sleep, and they've got a whole new baby to worry about.
Who? Ralph and Imogene?
No, Mary and Joseph.
And in that region, there were shepherds in the field keeping watch over their flocks by night.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground. The angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
She's not here.
The glory of the Lord shone round about, and they were sore afraid. When the angel of the Lord appeared to them and said, "Be not."
Hey! Hey! Unto you a child is born! It's Jesus! And he's in the barn! Go see him! Go! Go!
And suddenly there was a multitude of the heavenly host saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men."
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
When Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east to worship him, bringing him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Awful too. And what's that Leroy got?
It's him.
A ham? I bet they stole it.
No, I think it's the ham from their waffle basket.
You mean it's their own ham? They must hate ham.
Well, even if they hate ham, Alice, it's the only thing they gave away in their whole life.
Royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed another way. The shepherds also departed, praising God for all they had seen and heard. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother
Look,
and
Mary's crying. Mrs. Bradley, Mary's crying.
tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Could you believe that was Imogene Herdman and all the rest of them?
I, honest to goodness, did not think that they would have had it in them. But they really pulled it off, didn't they?
This was the best Christmas pageant we ever had. And I'm not sure why, but I think it was them. Could that be?
It did seem more real, somehow. Oh, I always get weepy about the pageant. I guess it's just the children and the carols and all. But you're right. This was the best one, and it should have been the worst.
There was just something different.
I can't put my finger on it.
Well, the angel of the Lord was certainly different.
Yes, but I like that. Had lots of spirits.
Let's say that again.
I mean, sometimes you can't even hear the angel of the Lord. I must find Grace and go tell her that I'm really sorry.
I just wish now I would have let her have Eugene to be the baby Jesus.
That would have been nice.
Who was the baby Jesus?
Why, it was a doll.
No. Oh, I don't think so, Irma. That was no doll.
Well, it did seem really real.
It did seem real, as if it happened just that way. We all thought the pageant was about Jesus, but that was only part of it. It was about a new baby and his mom and dad, who were in a whole lot of trouble. No doctor, no food, nobody they knew. And then, arriving from the east, like Michael from New Jersey. Some rich friends. Because of the Herdmans, it was a whole new story. Imogene birthing the baby, and the wise men bringing such a sensible present. After all, you couldn't eat frankincense. And even Gladys. He's in the barn. Go see him. So the shepherds didn't have to stumble all over the countryside. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, the pageant turned out to be all wonder and mystery. As if she just caught on to what Christmas was all about. At the end, we had a party in the basement. But the Herdmans didn't stay. They didn't have any cocoa, and they didn't walk off with all the cookies. And they wouldn't even take their candy canes.
I guess that's about it. Any kids left downstairs?
No, everybody left. You know, you still have your bathrobe on. You aren't going to wear it, are you?
Why not? Maybe people will think I was a shepherd. I wouldn't mind being taken for a shepherd in this Christmas pageant.
Yes, you would. When it was over, some lady came over and hugged me because I was a shepherd. Should I bring this ham?
Oh. Well, that's the herdman's ham from their welfare basket. But they wouldn't take it back. Leroy said, it's a present. And you don't take back presents. You okay?
Leroy said that?
Yeah.
They must hate ham.
You and Alice Wendelkin.
Well, what about the lights?
Oh, they're on a timer. They go off at midnight.
That's not far away. It's almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas, kids.
Almost Christmas, Charlie.
And it came to pass in the days of, I bring you good tidings of great joy. Hey! Hey!